Today we're starting a new series called How to Make It. This is where we take popular customer builds and try to recreate them with MakerPipe Minis. Because the Minis are exact copies of the real thing, we're going to learn some building techniques along the way as well. Our first episode is a really popular table, and we're going to try to model that. Let's get into it. And here it is. This is the table that we're going to be modeling today. And it is one of my all-time favorite MakerPipe builds. It is designed and built by Thomas Renner up in Vancouver, British Columbia. And it has since been nicknamed the Stormtrooper Conference Table for obvious reasons. It's got the black and white theme, a lot of cool angles to it, and really came out great. And Thomas, he does a lot of product design. You can check out his Instagram, Rocket Number 5, where he builds and manufactures these tables, and then his website, rocketnumber5.com. So definitely take a look at that and see the other things that he's made. But he did a fantastic job with this. I really think the structure is cool, and he also did some neat combinations of the brackets. Like here he's got the 90 degree with the 45 going down, making a four-way section there. So this is really going to be fun modeling. Let's go to the table and see if we can build it. All right, here we go. We've got our stirrers, regular coffee stirrers, our MakerPipe Minis, and some scissors. And I got the model pulled up here. What I'm looking for, I think the easiest might be, is if pick a piece of geometry that I can make and then repeat it to make the build. And the way this table is made, kind of the legs create that repeating section. So I think I'm going to go for building that first and then try and join the four legs together. And this is no easy feat. There's a lot of connections here, but let's give it a shot. First thing I'm going to do is make the inside cube, and it looks like there's a 45 and then a 90 stacked above it to make the lower cube, and that kind of creates that four-way joint. And then he's got another 90 with a 45 going up, pointed up, and that kind of creates that center cube structure. So let's get the spacing, and that's about something like that. Okay, and then it goes down to meet the ground, and then there's a T connector. So I'm going to snip that there, and then use a T connector as part of the leg that goes out like that. And that's going to be the piece that rests against the ground. And I want to get this angle right to make sure that comes together. You got a piece coming down there, and then another. Let's see if I can get this 45 in the right orientation like that, because that's going to be the support for the outside of the top square. All right, that looks good. And then we've got a 90 and a 45 to make the outside of that foot with a little stud piece. So that goes right about, let's say, right there maybe. I'm going to just try this, see if I can get the geometry right. So that goes there. And then you've got a little stub piece that a 45 connects onto, going that way. And hopefully if I cut them right, they'll kind of line up. And that looks pretty good. So I just need to snip this one here. It's not wanting to let go. A little bit more. Okay. That'll be good, I think. So one goes in there. Yeah, that looks pretty close. That's a pretty close to a right angle. So this one gets cut, because that's just a stub going up there. And then this can become outside support for the table. And again, we got to do that. So we got to match up that angle again. So let's put that in there. And we need, where they meet there, we need another one of those 90-degree and 45 connections. Let me put that on. There's the 45 going down. And then let's cut that somewhere like that. All right, not bad. And then another 90 on top of that. That'll make the, oh wait, yeah. Okay, that's just turned around like that, because that's going to be the inner cube, and then this will be where the tabletop sits on. So we can snap, we can cut that. Doesn't jump away on me. All right. That looks pretty close to one leg. And then we're going to have, we're going to join the inside here to make that inner cube. And then we'll have pipes going horizontal here to make the top section, top square that the table will rest on. So let's cut these inner ones too. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Hopefully we can get into making these to scale, but for our first time, I think it'd be just an accomplishment to build this, not worrying about the scale. So I know I need 8 of these small pieces. So let me cut 8 of these. And we're doing this a little bit on the fly. This is the first time we've ever recorded something like this. So I hope you guys enjoy, and it helps you kind of see how this might be constructed. Because if I was taking a look at this and trying to plan this build out, it would be tough. There's a lot of connectors here. And if we can model it, then we can actually build the real thing. So that's a little bit short. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and one more small piece. And these will make the inner cube. Okay, so that's our 8 pieces that make the inner cube. And they'll go right there, top and bottom. And hopefully we'll be able to link all 4 of the legs together and then measure the top together. So yeah, we just need 4 more of these. And I think the easiest way to get them all symmetrical is to disassemble this a little bit, put these aside, and then disassemble it, and then replicate the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straws we've got, and just cut those to length. So let's do that. This was the long one, and let's say that that's our inside cube, inside leg. So we got 90s and then 45s, like that. There was a T at the bottom. And then let's see which one of these was the leg. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to guess here. That might be the leg. No, that looks too long. Let's try this one as the bottom there. 90-degree, and a little stub goes in there. And 45. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, I think we got that one correct at least. And this one is going up. That makes the bottom. All right, so it goes this one, we've got one left. So it goes, this was the longest, and then this was the bottom, this was the angle, this was the upright. Hopefully this one matches up here and connects with that, which I think that'll work if we just go up a little bit, maybe. And then this 45, like that. That looks kind of wonky. That doesn't seem quite right. So it must be this one and this one are switched possibly. So let's try a long one here. That looks better. So that's the long one. Okay. I think I got it. That's one leg done. Let me put, where's my side pieces? All right, disaster averted. That was close. I thought we were gonna have to go back to the drawing board. For future reference, make sure when you take it apart, you remember which straws to put where. Okay, so we got one leg done. Now, let me do some more legs. All right, and that is the four legs. Okay, boy, took a little bit, but we got it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 legs with the center cube. So let's just give them a slight look, make sure they're similar. That one needs to be a little bit farther apart. A little bit farther apart still. Oh no. And then we can start putting these together. That goes there. There's 2 sides. Oh, I had this one backwards. That's why that wasn't quite lining up. All right. We got that. Let's put this one. That one's pretty lined up. A bit higher there. Okay. We're looking somewhat like it. We're going to need some adjustment at the end here. And then this is the last side of the Stormtrooper conference table. And then there. Okay. Gonna get the angles right. Thomas, hats off to you for putting this thing together in real life. That's no easy feat. But I think we've got it figured out at this point. Okay. Last thing is to get the top there. Let's measure those out. want to make sure these are pretty well spaced apart. Okay. Looks pretty close. So let's measure this. We're not using the most exact measurements, so you can see why it might be a little bit wobbly, but here we go. Final test. See if we can make this look like the real thing. And last piece, a little bit crooked there, but I think we got most of it. Got the inner cube, 45 up. Let's trim this one. This one looks a little bit longer for some reason. And there we go. Stormtrooper conference table, or at least a copy of that. So, you know, get the glass on top. There it is. We made it. Let's get a final count of the connectors. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 180s times 4. That's 16. No, I'm sorry, 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4 90s per side. 16 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 45s. So 20 45s altogether. And then T's, just this one at the bottom. And there you go. All right, I hope you stayed tuned. It was fun modeling it. Thomas, great build. We appreciate you sharing it with us, and we'll see you next time. Take care.